guys, welcome back to Let's Cook That. So if you're new to our channel, my name is Marissa.
My name is Myra, and today we'll be making fish ceviche upon a request of a subscriber. Okay, so for today we're going to start off with 2 pounds of ground fish. If you can't find ground fish at your meat market, you could get any kind of fish that you like fillet, and cut it up in tiny little pieces. But I did find 2 pounds I have right here of ground fish. I'm gonna need about 15 lemons, which probably equals 1 cup of the lime juice. Maybe you'll get more or less depending on how much juice your lemons have. So we're gonna go ahead and start with squeezing our limes, and I also have sea salt. So let's go ahead and cut our lemons. So we're gonna go ahead and start cutting our limes, and we're gonna cut them all up. And I have a lemon squeezer, which makes it easier. And we're gonna go ahead and squeeze our limes, and hopefully these limes are juicy and we could get our cup of lime juice. Okay guys, so after I'm done squeezing the limes, well, I got actually more than 1 cup. It's like 1.5. I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in. What we need to do is make sure that our fish stays completely covered. As you can see, I'm gonna give it a mix. I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of it, just to make sure it gets completely cooked. Once you see that the lime juice, you can actually see it over it. That means it's good. And usually I don't measure I'm gonna use sea salt. I usually don't measure it, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to measure today for you guys, okay? So this is 1 teaspoon. Just sprinkle it all over, just to cover the top part, and then go ahead and give it a mix. And we'll leave it with that 1 teaspoon for now. We're gonna go ahead and leave it flat, just so all the lime juice can go ahead and cover our fish. If you're doing it the same day, go ahead and do this step early in the morning. Let it sit in the refrigerator for about 3 to 4 hours before the next step. What I'm gonna do right now is leave it overnight, because that's how I like to do it, leaving it overnight, and then in the morning doing the rest step. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover it up, put it in our refrigerator, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, so as I mentioned, I did leave the fish overnight. This is the color you want it to get, like a white color. And for this, we're gonna be using cilantro, red onion. I don't know why it's called red if it's purple, but it's called red onions, okay? 4 tomatoes, 1 jalapeno, 1 carrot, and I'm gonna be using 2 more limes, okay? And then we're gonna be using a little bit of oregano and black pepper. So at this time, what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna go ahead and drain the fish to remove all this juice out of here, okay? Okay, so as you can see, I'm taking out all the excess of the lime juice in here. A lot of people don't do this step. I like to do it because it's like you cooked your fish in there, so it could get nice and cooked. So you really don't need it. It's kind of like, like dirty lime juice, I guess you could say it that way. Well, I'm going to continue to do this, and then we're going to cut our vegetables. And don't worry about your sink being smelly. Just let hot water run with bleach and you're good. Okay, as you can see, I removed all the lime juice. Looks good. I transferred it into a bigger bowl because that's where we're going to start putting our vegetables. I'm going to go ahead and start cutting the jalapeno and remove the seeds and cut them really, really tiny, like real fine cut. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then cut our onion and continue cutting everything else. This is what you want. Something very, very tiny. Once it's very tiny, we're going to go ahead and put it in our bowl. And then we will continue cutting our onion. Now we will cut our onion. You could use the whole onion, half of the onion, whatever you like. That's your preference. And we will do the same thing. That's what we don't need. We're going to do the same thing, and we're going to cut it very, very tiny. As you can see, very tiny. We will continue to cut our onion. So we're going to go ahead and put our onion. You could also use white onion. I like to use this one because it gives it a pretty color to our ceviche. Okay, so for our cilantro, I'm going to go ahead and use half of the cilantro bunch first. I already washed it. The same thing, really, really tiny. Our cilantro in there. And I will continue with the tomato. Okay, so the tomatoes, we're gonna cut this part off. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it in half. Cut it in tiny little strips. And then we're gonna continue cutting them so we could get the little, tiny little, diced little pieces. Okay. So I went ahead and cut 3 of the tomatoes instead of the 4 because it gave me a good amount of tomatoes. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do the carrot. Okay, so the carrot's optional. I'm gonna put in the carrot until the end so you can see what a beautiful color it gives it, and it just gives it a good flavor. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna grate the carrot. And after I have all the carrot grated, I'm going to show you how I'm going to chop it up into tiny little pieces. Okay, I did forget to mention I did peel the carrot before I started to grate it. So once I have it like that, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it up so I could get little tiny little pieces. So I went ahead and put our carrot to the side. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and stir all this in together. It looks great, right? Okay, we're going to go ahead and keep on stirring it so we can make sure everything gets mixed in there. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle some black pepper. That's, you know, whatever much you want. I usually just sprinkle it all on top, sorry. And then we're going to go ahead and get our oregano. Maybe like a pinch. We're going to crumble it up. Put it in there, and we're going to go ahead and mix it. And the other 2 limes that I told you, this is what it is for. Once everything's in there, we're going to go ahead and squeeze 1 more lime. Oops, sorry guys. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze that 1 more lime to it. Going to give it another stir. At this time, what I do, I like to try it. If I feel it needs more lime, more salt, that's when I do put it in, which right now I do feel it needs more salt. So remember, it's sea salt. I'm going to go ahead and put in some more salt to give it a better flavor. That's optional, however you like it. And I'm going to stir it again. So at this time, once you get the flavor you desire with your salt, your black pepper, and your oregano, and adding the more lime to it, it's already good to go. You could just leave it in the refrigerator for another 10 minutes. But remember I said I was going to leave the carrot for the end. I'm going to go ahead and put in our carrot. I'm going to do half of what I already grated. And I'm going to mix it in there. See how the color completely changes to a beautiful color? If you feel you need to add more. That's up to you. It's very optional. So at this time, it's already ready. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for 10 more minutes just so all that lime could give it the flavor to the vegetables we just put in there. And I'll show you how to serve it with a tostada or as appetizer with chips. Okay, you guys, and here are our final results. You could use it as for appetizers. And then we have our tostadas. On this one, I went ahead and put ketchup and salsa el baleado from Larry Hernandez. It's very good for seafood, you guys. And of course, can't mess with tapatio. A lot of people like to spread mayonnaise on their tostada. That's up to you, however you like it. But it's very delicious. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Okay, guys. This is so good. I already finished one tostada, you guys. But thank you for watching. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the little bell so you could get notified for every new video. And I hope you enjoy. And don't forget the avocado, guys, because that gives it a good flavor. Have a great day. And we'll see you next time on Let's Cook That.